What up, though? I'm Fat.
I'm Tree.
Welcome back to another edition of Fat and Tree. Today we're going to talk about the last minute things you must do 3 days before you pack.
Stick around towards the end and we do have a bonus tip.
First, what we're going to talk about is to make sure you withdraw your cash. You need to have single ones, fives, and tens, small bills, so that when it's time to tip, because you know you have to tip.
Yeah. A happy porter is a happy porter. And you want to make sure that you're able to tip the porters. When you get out that Uber, that bus, that van, Carnival, put your bags here. They make sure you have your, stuff under order, like your luggage tag, all that. So you want to make sure you tip that person because you want to keep them happy. They're the ones who's making sure your bags get to point A to point B. And it ain't their fault if it don't get to B. It's their, they try to make sure. So again, make sure you withdraw cash to tip. Next we're going to talk about is printing out all your documents.
You must print your documents.
You want to make sure everything is printed out. Your boarding pass, your luggage tags. Everything. You want to make sure all your documents are printed off, because that's the first thing you don't want is once you get to the counter to check in,
you ain't got nothing ready.
They're going to push you to the side and take the next person, and then they're going to send for you to have it done. So you want to keep going. Get on that ship. Get your rum punch, mustard drill. Let's go.
Let's go. On the way to get to that, you got to make sure you got your documents right.
Yeah, so make sure you print out all your documents.
Now you say, I can't wait to get on the ship. And you get all the way up there, and you ain't got none of your documents ready.
Next, luggage tags. That goes with your documents. Making sure you print it off. Make sure it's printed.
And make sure you got those luggage tags where they not stapled or taped. But if you buy the luggage tag holder, they automatically fit directly onto the handle for screw, and it can't come off. A lot of times people want to staple it on or tape it up. Guess what happened? While they hauling your bags, muffling and tugging it because it might be too heavy, your tag come off. So now if that person who is hauling your bag don't have tape or stapler, your tag gonna come off again somewhere else.
Yes.
And by the time it get to your door, it won't be at your door.
Guest services. Check guest services if it happens. 10 o'clock, I give them to 10. If it ain't in there by 10 o'clock at night, go to guest services.
Yeah, they might have it.
And pick out your bag because apparently your tag came off. That's why we say get luggage holders. And that'll help you with that. Next, we're going to talk about filling your medicines. Make sure you fill your medicines ahead of time so that you can pack them. You can buy a container to pack them in, but I suggest you keep them in the bottles. That way they'll know what the medicines are, and they won't be questioning your medicines.
Because they will do that.
Yeah, they will question you about what kind of medicine it is and what is it for and all that. Stop the hassle. Just go ahead and leave it in the bottles.
And you know how irritating that could be.
Yeah, they sitting up here hassling you about what medicine, why you take it, all that. So, again.
Next, we're going to talk about is something very important that we always talk about at the end of every video. Just so happened, this video, we want to give it to you early. So we want to make sure that you download the Carnival Hub app.
Yeah.
Why should you download the Carnival Hub app? Because the Carnival Hub app is all the critical information you're going to need for your stay. If it's 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. How many days you on it, everything that you need as far as information will be on that Carnival Hub app.
Yes, so again, download the Carnival Hub app. Right after this video, go to your app store, download that Carnival Hub app. You'll be ready. You don't want to wait till the day of. Get on that ship. Oh, I forgot to download. Sometimes it's hard to download it then.
And you can forget.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah, so again, go ahead and download it today. Next, we're going to talk about sending your itinerary to your relatives. That's very important. You don't want a relative to look at the news and they say, oh, a Carnival cruise has been on an accident.
In an accident. Somebody
then your family member looking like, what? My sister went on a cruise.
But they don't
what
know
ship
what
was
ship
she
it
on?
is.
You know? So again, the news will tell it all, and your family member will be looking for you. So give them your itinerary.
Let them know which ship you're on.
You want to pack your importation bag. That's a bag that you really, really need. Why? Because you want to make sure you have at least some of your items that you need. And also you want to pack your medicine in that bag. Do not put your medicine in your suitcase, because if your bag get lost or it's late, you will not be able to take your medicine.
That's right. So you want to put it in your
importation bag. And that's a biggie. And you want to put a lot of things that you're going to need for that day.
Yep. Because like we said earlier in the video, your bag could get lost.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you put things in your bag that you can use, like a pair of shorts for each one of y'all, a shirt for each one of y'all, underclothes for each one of y'all. So when it's time and they can't find your bag for 2 or 3 days, you have enough stuff.
It's probably going to be at least one day. So again, it might not even be 24 hours. Just go to guest services and you'll find it. Because you gave it to the porter, so they didn't run all with it. You just gone there to guest services. Next you're going to talk about is passport or birth certificate and ID. Make sure you pack that. You ain't going nowhere. You get to that port and they say they need to verify you. You don't have it. You ain't getting on. You might well turn around and go back home, because that's important. So again, if you have a birth certificate, you will need an ID. If you have a passport, you will not need an ID. You will just need that passport to get on. But I say bring your ID, because when you're doing excursions, like for example, last summer we did the golf carts, they did ask for your ID, your driver's license. Government issued. So again, make sure that you pack those items. They are very important. I'm going to talk about packing snacks.
One of my favorites.
You want to make sure you pack the snacks that you like. Why? Because once you have to buy those, guess what? They're very, very expensive. Very expensive.
Especially if you like Pringles.
Pringles?
Who want to pay $5 for a can of Pringles when you can get them at home from the Dollar Tree? They might not be Pringles, but it could be Lay's. But if you prefer Pringles, they still only $2 or something. Go right to Walmart or wherever.
I pack the movie boxes, candy. I do. And you can bring them in your carry-on, or you can put them in your suitcase. But you can bring snacks. There's no limit to how many snacks you can bring. So again, and it's good to have.
Sure is.
Next, we're going to talk about packing your clothes.
Make sure you have everything you need, because you know we will forget something.
Pack early. It's 3 days in.
3 days in.
You need to do an inventory to make sure you got shorts. If you're going to a hot area, Bahamas and Miami, you want to make sure you got your shorts. If you're going to Alaska, you want to make sure you got your boots and your coats and all that. So again, you want to do an inventory. Look over your suitcase. It's 3 days in. You should have all your stuff packed and ready to go. Completing all the documents online, carnival.com. You have to make sure you give them a check-in time that you're going to be there. And that's usually around the time.
2 weeks ahead.
So you want to make sure that, you have everything that you done checked in online. You got everything under control. Because it's nothing like going and you ain't got everything under control and you're trying to check in, all that. Because they want to know now what time you going to be here. So you want to make sure you have that under control. The bonus tip of today is download the Carnival Hub app. I just
want to see if she remembers, because she's been forgetting. But I know that you make sure you download the Carnival Hub app.
Make sure you download it. We said it earlier in the video, but that is our bonus tip on every video.
That's right.
If you like this video,
give us a thumbs up.
Let us know. That's right. Subscribe.
Share us out. Peace, love, and
cruising.